Thank you for joining, though. I definitely appreciate you for real.
Oh, not a problem. Not a problem at all.
All right, so we'll start off. Give us the rundown. Like, what are you about? Where you from? You know what I'm saying? How old are you? You know what I'm saying? Just give us the rundown. What's your vibe like?
Okay. So I'm in Baltimore. I live in Baltimore, obviously. Um, I'm 36 years old, so yeah, single mom of three.
Okay, okay. And are you like currently looking for a guy right now, or what's your status when it comes to relationships?
When it comes to relationships, currently, right now, I am single.
Okay,
And I'm just at a point in my life where I'm like, I'm open, so whatever comes, comes. If it's
right,
meant for me to have, I will have it.
right, right. Okay, I feel that. Now, a question that I came up with, well, somebody helped me come up with. Shout out to Love More. Um, is there anything that you feel that you should be working on right now on yourself before you get into the next relationship? Do you feel like there's anything that you could be working on right now before you actually get in that next relationship?
Oh, that is an amazing question. Everything. I mean, everything I'm currently working on now. If I'm being honest, and that's kind of the reason, why I've been, single for so long. Because I just realized I was like, all right, now it's like you keep meeting the same type of individuals,
Right.
but like they different, but they still wind up all being the same. So what lesson are you not learning? So that made me just be like, all right, let me take a step back and evaluate the situation and actually sit back and learn the lessons that I need to learn. 'Cause I can't keep moving forward if I'm still getting stuck in the same place that
That's
I
right.
once was.
Yeah. So what do you feel like you've learned from keep running into the same, well, they different, but it always end up the same. What have you learned? Right, what have you learned from it?
Um, to not be in such a rush to make things happen,
Hmm.
you have to be able to slow your roll, take your time, and really evaluate the situation. Because anybody could just feed you some really good shit. Anybody can just just feed you, but you know what's right for you,
Yeah.
right? You know when somebody is like something ain't right, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be able to learn to trust that intuition that you have, that discernment that you have, and just be like, all right, nah, this ain't it,
Yeah.
ain't it for me. No, I'm gracefully bow out.
Yeah. Was there a point in time where you weren't like you weren't trusting your discernment and just like you just keep on like just say you just with somebody, right? This the discernment that you're talking about right now, did you have it then and just was ignoring it? Like, because we always see a sign or we see signs in people and it'd be like, but I like you more than what you're showing right now. So I'ma still rock like this. Like, I'm still rock with you.
Yeah, like no, like honestly, I've always had it, and because I think like it's like I've always had it, but it's like when you get to a certain, unfortunately for me, because I felt like, all right, like I'm a mom, my oldest is right here with me.
Hmm.
Um,
Shout out, shout out.
um, I've always felt like, okay, well, initially it was just me and my sons, and I've
Hmm.
always felt like, well, because their dad is not involved, then I have to find somebody that can set the example for them.
Mm.
So you have, and so individuals was coming up making promises, and and it just goes into one and out the other. But they all wind up saying the same thing that kind of was just like,
What
you
was it?
know, I like them, they cute or whatever. So I'm gonna give it a chance. But my gut be screaming like, no, bitch, red flag, get the fuck, get away, leave, leave, leave.
Yeah. What was it that they would be saying that would like get you like with the like what was the red flag? You know what I'm saying? Like what was it that they were saying that'd be like, I know you bullshitting and I really should leave. Like,
It wasn't like it was one particular thing. It would be multiple things. It would
okay.
be either they had excuses as to why we weren't moving in a certain direction, or excuses as to um if I've asked them to do something for me, it would be an excuse of why I can't depend on that person. So it would be multiple little things that was just like, okay, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, respectfully, I'm gonna just, I'm gonna just leave because this ain't even worth it, for real, for real.
I feel you. So what type of I mean, like so what type of man are you like looking for? I know like what type of man do you want to come across?
It's not. I don't know how to say it,
I mean, what
but it's.
qualities?
I'm not
What qualities are
looking.
you looking for in a man? Let's just go there. What qualities do you look for in a man?
Okay. So I'm not really looking for anything, but I just want something that genuinely feels real to me.
So you say you're not looking for anything right now, but if you do come across some cross, you just want it to be 100%
Ge-
real, genuine.
Right.
Okay.
And you would feel that. You would know the intent behind. So they would do things. They would not necessarily make excuses because, I mean, let's be honest, shit happens. We got kids. Like, you got multiple shit can occur,
Yeah.
right? So I have to be able to find someone that sets the example of what I want a man to be,
And that's
right?
what I'm saying. So like, what is that? Like, what is that? What do you want a
So
man to be?
just an individual that is supportive, someone that is loving, someone that does not necessarily, that can effectively communicate, you know, what they're feeling, how they're feeling, and is willing to, you know, work with me, with anything, and just most of all, just show up for. I want to see them. I want to see them loving my babies as if they were his own. I want to show them like a good person, like gives to the needy, not just for a special occasion, but just, man, like it's like a consistent thing that.
What do you do to get that man? What do you do to attract that man? How do you attract him?
That's a good question. I don't think it's anything I'm supposed to do.
Why
I
not?
feel like,
We all got to do work. We all got to do work to get whatever you want to get in life. You gotta have to work to get that. There's no way
yeah,
you can
and
feel
and
like there's
and
nothing you
but
got to
I
do.
feel like oh, I'm sorry.
You good?
Uh, but in this case, I don't think it's anything I have to do per se, besides just make sure that,
Kind of went out on me. Kind of
to sort of
went
meet.
out on me. I couldn't hear what you said. You got to say that again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We good.
So I think it's, uh I'm supposed to just put myself out there to meet those split individuals. Get out of my comfort zone. So we all have a type, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all have a type that we continuously keep chasing, subconsciously or unconsciously chasing. So for me, I had to work on going outside of the box to get to that place. So for me, it's more so of, for me, I think it's more so of putting myself out there, right? Going out more, um, really just meeting individuals and just enjoy having a good time. Um, I feel,
So you don't think that there's no type of like just personal work that you have to do on yourself to attract that man that you want? You think that you are 100% set. You just need to expose yourself to the world and just roll with the punches and see, you know what I'm saying, what connection come out of that.
um, kind of sort of, yes. Because I've always just felt like, well, if something isn't, like I said before, if something is meant for you, it don't matter how much work you do. If that person is just going to be for you, that person's going to be for you.
I don't believe that. I can't believe that at all because you got to think about the other person too as well. That's kind of a selfish way of thinking because you ain't thinking about the other person and what they got to put up with. So at some point, them people got breaking points too. So if it's meant to be, you got to do what you need to do to make sure that it's meant to be. You can't just be this person and just think that this is just going to always be the situation. People
Well,
change, people
it's
do
all
things that rub people the wrong way, and if you come into something like this is just me personally, this is just how I feel like if you come into something personally like you don't have no room to get better, like I'm already the perfect person, I just feel like you leave yourself like you're going to be disappointed because you feeling like this, everybody don't nobody feel like that. Like only you gonna feel like that about yourself, right? And we
I
should,
mean,
but you when you dealing with somebody else, you gotta know that you got stuff that you can work on too because you're not gonna come off perfect to nobody. Nobody's perfect, so you can't expect to get with somebody and think that you ain't got no groundwork to do because that's essentially like you saying like you perfect already before you get with
well,
somebody, and that's kind of
no,
like
that's a common misconception though. Like
okay,
no one is saying that you're perfect, right?
okay,
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like as of right now, like yeah, like I'm already uh doing the groundwork to sort of get to a place where I want to be.
okay,
And for me, it's more so of, well, I'm already doing the work. The work is not done. There's always room to grow and to improve. But right now, when you're just out there just meeting the individuals, you're just meeting them on a surface level. And you got to be able to really like take your time and slow everything down and just really start listening, to that individual and just being like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But just like really like yo, just taking your time and really listen. Because what it all boils down to, everybody just wants to listen. Everybody wants somebody to be what they want. I just want to be supportive to my partner, whomever he may be. And wherever I lack, he makes up for. Whatever he lacks, I make up for.
mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying I'm perfect because Lord knows I'm not.
Yeah, but I asked you if you had to do any work on yourself to get that man that you said that you wanted, the one that you described. You said no. You said you already done it. You said it's already done.
No, like I'm already like
And so you in the
working
you in the
as
you
we
in the
speak.
process right now. You already in the
Right.
process of
Yeah, that's
got
what
it.
I mean.
I got you. I got you. Okay.
I'm in that process
Okay.
of, figuring out exactly what it is that I
That you
need to do
right. Right.
to meet that sort of individual. But at the same time, I always kind of feel like, well, nobody's going to be perfect, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
I think that
everything
some
like,
people take that though and be like, but not you, because I'm glad that you like like you in the process. You admit that it ain't the work ain't done. And I think a lot of people be like making it seem like the work is already done and they just can like the work ain't done for nobody. For real. I honestly feel like that. We all always got work to do. You know what I'm saying? Like there's not a day that go by that you can't work on yourself and make yourself a better person. So I'm glad that you said that. But I think that some people, not this is excluding you, just people in general, use that and be like, oh, I put the work in. Now you just expect somebody to, or everybody's not perfect, but you expect somebody to just accept your imperfections, but you ain't really. Some of y'all really ain't worked on them. This is man, woman. This is everybody. You know what I'm saying? The same imperfections that we talk about. Oh, I ain't perfect, but you can still work on those things too to get better. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't just
uh-huh,
because this is your flaw. This don't have to be your most damning flaw ever. And like you just know that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if I knew. That's like I be seeing some girls be like, oh, I know I got a bad mouth. Like I know I'm toxic, but that's just what it is. That's what a nigga gonna have to deal with. No, like don't nobody have to like you know what I'm saying. Like I don't think people have to deal with stuff like that. Like you know what I'm saying. Like so when I hear like stuff like that, that's what it make me think of though. But that's good though. So what do you say is the biggest lesson that you've learned in your previous relationships?
Time heals all wounds, right? Time heals all wounds. You don't have to take that with you.
Mm,
You have
true.
to accept that, however, you have to be able to accept for people for who they are, right?
Yep.
I could love you, I can care about you all I want, but mm, but that's just it. Like I could do those things, and oh god, I just lost my chain of thought.
Nah,
Sorry.
you said time heals all. Like I get it. Like, I do the same thing. Trust me. You ain't by yourself. I promise you, I'll be on the same shit. Hey, I'll lose my thought in a second.
Damn.
I'll lose my thought in a second. So you ain't by yourself. But you said that, time heals all. And I agree.
time
And you can't
time
take it
heals
with you.
all.
You can't take that stuff with you to the next. I agree with that.
And a lot of it from our generation, I think it's more so of social pressures from your family, social pressures from social media. And granted, we are that generation that was up and coming with social media,
Right.
right?
Right.
So a lot of it is okay, everybody wants the fairy tale. And I mean, of course, like I'm a Pisces, so of course, like I'm fantasy, Lulu, delusion, all the above. Like, like I admit, like I can be a sucker, and I think that's my problem is that I'm not trusting my gut when these individuals
Mm.
come and they tell you some sweet shit. So now it's like, because you want to give them the benefit of the doubt, because you don't want to look
Y-
like a gold digger. You
Right,
don't
right,
want to
right,
look
right, right,
like
right, right.
the girls that these dudes be complaining about.
Right.
Like, no, I want to at least give you a fair chance, but at the same time,
Some of them
if
be
my
talking
guy's
about some
screaming,
bullshit.
yo, you gotta exit the stage left.
Yeah, yeah. You ain't lying about that. And I think that's good that you you acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because man, you don't want to come off like what somebody else is complaining about. Like men do
Right.
the same, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you have to use your discernment and listen to what people are saying and actually see, like, is they really on this or is this bullshit? Like, because you could just be regurgitating some stuff that you heard the next person say. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you could actually be the problem in all of your shit while you over here regurgitating the same bullshit that you don't want in a person. But you could actually be the reason why you keep, you know what I'm saying? So I agree with that. And as far as like not taking your past, like, trauma into the future, I agree with that so much because like the next person ain't the last person. That's not the person that you was with. This person didn't hurt you. This person didn't do those things to you. So I don't believe that there's a reason why you should treat them as such going into the next. But I think that is what makes the statement so true. Like time heals all. Because if you take the time to yourself, like you won't have that going into the next joint. You just won't. And then I just had an interview earlier, and then, the girl was saying that once you do take that time, like it gets easier with the people that come into your life, and you know what I'm saying. Like it don't. It's easy to just start like you on bullshit. Get up out of here. Cause you done took this time to yourself, so now you all the way know what you want, not just half. So can't nobody half step with you. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of us need to like stop dealing with them half steppers because you gotta take the time out for yourself. If you ain't stepping for yourself, you gonna always run into half steppers though. That's that's
Okay,
that's real. That's real.
you better go on, Pastor. Go on, go on.
For real though, if you ain't stepping for yourself and taking that time out, like how you going? You feel me? Like how you gonna get a real stepper for you though? You don't step for yourself enough though. That's a real
You know,
thing. Somebody we are
right?
only gonna do what you allow. You know what I'm saying? Like if this is all that
Mhm.
you want for yourself, that's all I'm gonna show you. That's just how people are. So if you got the bare minimum standards for yourself, the bare minimum is what you're gonna get until you start. knowing yourself better and not, you know what I'm saying, enduring the same things all the time because we all are worth happiness, but you just gotta do the
But we
right
also have
thing.
a trauma.
Yeah, you know.
We also that is true, but we also have a lot of. Also need to understand is that you know we also have a lot of built up trauma,
We do.
generational trauma
I
that has been passed down from generation and generation and generation. I remember one thing you said a while ago that like you don't ever want to deal with somebody that's like, oh, like if you introduce to somebody and they be like, well, can you pay this? Can you do that?
yeah,
It's all about money,
yeah,
what that person can do for you. And one thing that unfortunately us women are taught is to, yeah, you could be in a relationship, but always have your own, just in case, too many times dude can make an exit stage left and you over here looking like how what I'm gonna do next,
yeah.
right? Or you always gotta, if a nigga ain't doing this for you, then you shouldn't tolerate that, and just it's just a lot. It's just a lot of things that unfortunately, as women, we hold on to that,
Yeah.
and that's why we become the way that we are.
But at
But
what
at
point?
some point,
Exactly. Go ahead. You about to say it? Go ahead. Like, at what point?
do you be like, this ain't that time back then? This is now.
Thank you. That's all
This
I
is
be wanting to know. It's just like, at what point though do you say, okay, all right, I understand all the trauma, I understand the pain that's been passed down. You'd be a fool, man or woman, to not acknowledge that is an actual real thing. You're a fool if you think that stuff don't get passed down. But at what point do you take accountability for you though now, right? Because a lot of this stuff don't be happening to you. You heard about it, or you felt it when somebody else said it. That's how it passed down. It's felt, you know what I'm saying? So you can already resonate or relate to something that you ain't went through per se. When do you stop yourself and be like, okay, this person went through this, but that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I just have dealt with. But I see so many that, just like don't cling on to the hurt and the trauma. That's if y'all if it's anything that I could tell you that's real, right? This is what the world is constructed to do. It's constructed to keep you in pain, in trauma, in misery, and just working. You'll never get to see outside the matrix. So as long as you hold on to the things of the matrix, you are going to forever have the same results because you don't even know this is like you don't even understand this is the matrix. This is how this shit was designed and built for you to be. It's built for you to be miserable, mad, triggered at every single thing in the world, even if it ain't got nothing to do with you. This is how the world is made for us to act. And then we take the same things and then we just go at everybody else. Now everybody argue with everybody do this, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is kind of why I made the platform, because I don't want to argue with women. That's not what I'm, you know what I'm saying? You'd have been around long enough. I don't want to argue with women. I want us to all come to a better understanding with each other. And for me, I know the fan base women I got, I read the statuses all the time. Y'all run into Tyrones and Pookies all the time, Pookies and Ray Rays all the time. Meanwhile, y'all come in, y'all rock with me though. Y'all rock and see my vibes, but then I'll see y'all make statuses like, oh, ain't no real men out here and all that. But like y'all endure and encounter a real man that y'all say every single day. Y'all come to my live stream, so that we out here. Is it now? Now it got to be a question of how do you surround yourself around more people that you feel like this man is like then? You know what I'm saying? Like, because it can't just be every man out here just terrible and there ain't no good men out here, but you can come and dwell in the presence of a man who you feel like is a real man. You know what I'm saying? So it just be like, what we doing? What we doing? You know what I'm saying?
what
So
you talking about, like, duh,
Like, nah, no, but seriously, you are absolutely right. And I hate, I feel like real speaks for itself, right? if you're just real, that
That's
automatically
a
would just
fact.
be, I hate when, oh, I'm a real nigga. I'm a real nigga. No. What constitutes you to be such?
Yeah.
What's a real nigga?
I'm about to say all of that
Are
is
you
subjective, honestly. All of that is subjective. You can call yourself a real nigga for
like
a reason that I would never call somebody a real nigga for. So it's all subjective
right?
anyway.
Like baby,
Just overall, I think for any real man, it ain't too much that women have to do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the red pill dudes that got y'all thinking that it's a million things that y'all got to do out here to that, because it really ain't that. A man really only need to see a couple things from a woman, and he gonna know if he want to marry her or be with her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't got nothing to do with no money. You know what I'm saying? It don't gotta. It's like I said. Just take care of yourself. Show me that you could take care of some shit, because eventually one day we might get to the point where we might have kids or something, or I might want a kid with you. You had to already have shown me that you can nurture, though. You know what I'm saying? Before we even get there. So shit like that. Honestly.
got it. I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So I just I think there's somebody out there for everybody, right? I just think that more people than none don't do what you're doing right now. Taking the time out and going through that process to understand, like, what do you really want and what are you gonna tolerate? You know what I'm saying? It's a person out there for all of us. There actually might be multiple people out there for us, but you might only come across the one or the second one. You might have fun with the first one, but you might luck up. You know what I'm saying? You might luck up and get a second one. But it's up to you to know how to not fumble that bag, though, because
Right.
people think that it's like ain't nobody out there. All these girls are the same. All these dudes are the same. No, they not. They not. They
It's
not.
that you're choosing those individuals.
You're still in the same pool. That's your
Right.
pool. That's your pool of people that you keep picking from.
And you have to get out of that because that's your comfort zone. You have to be able to get out of that comfort zone in order to get what you want.
Yes, absolutely. You hit it right on the head, and I'm glad that you know what? I'm glad that you're doing it. I'm proud of you for real, because you've been a long time. You're a long time supporter, so I didn't know that this was. I didn't know that this was going on with it. I'm glad that you're not one of the people I be talking about that need to do it and ain't doing it. So I'm so glad that when I make my videos, you don't fit in the category of what the fuck I be talking about. I'm so happy about that right there. Because you always been cool. You always been real. I see you in the live. So, you know what I'm saying? I definitely rock with you. So I'm glad you ain't no bird brain. I appreciate that shit. My God.
No, but I think it's also like for me, it was like, damn, I'm a single the three, and their dads are not
I
involved.
was
So
going to ask
that's
you,
another,
yeah. Do you think that's harder for
another.
you to find a man with
It
three
it
kids?
is, it is. I would say it is because
Hmm.
you have a generation of men that were taught that okay, if she has multiple kids by multiple different men, then she's not desirable.
Hmm.
Don't take her. And we like, where the hell you learned that? Because
So,
my
so
daddy was involved in my life, and I ain't never heard him say no stupid shit like that.
right. So look, it's crazy that you said this, right? Because I made a status earlier on Facebook, and I was saying that men who don't have kids, right? You don't gotta play stepdaddy you don't have to play stepdaddy. You can go create your own family with a woman who does not have kids, right? I didn't think nothing was wrong with saying that, but a lot of women had a problem with me saying that, and maybe they kind of had your sentiment a little bit, but like I'm not saying it like you're undesirable. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's not
Mhm.
what I'm saying, because my mom has multiple. I'm love you, mama, but my mama got like 3 different baby dads, or you know what I'm saying, something like that. For her. I would never think that my mom ain't desirable to somebody, but the reality is you are not as desirable as somebody with no kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just reality, though. That's just common sense, though. But that doesn't, by no stretch of the imagination, mean that women with multiple baby dads and multiple kids are not desirable. Niggas be lying because you niggas be fucking on them all the time. So it's gonna be somebody that cuff on them. I'm talking to the niggas now. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all can't say they undesirable and y'all are going lay with them and, and fuck on them and all that. Can't say they undesirable because you still desire that pussy. So we ain't yeah. So we're not gonna do that. So I'm not under that umbrella of thinking that women with multiple baby dads is undesirable. I just shit. If I thought that, then my second baby mama wouldn't be my second baby mama. Like, if I thought that for real, like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. But I guess it's just different stroke for different folks, though. I can't knock nobody for their preference, though. You know, that's what.
But yeah, everybody, there's nothing wrong with having a preference.
Yeah.
There's also a difference between having a preference and having a type.
Yeah. Explain.
So I can have a preference. I prefer older, right?
Okay.
But what if my person I'm supposed to meet is actually younger?
Oh, okay. So you saying you won't just push him to the side because he's younger if you see, oh, I got you. Nah, absolutely. And you know what? You're right. That's a fact because some people will, like, I'll be talking to girls all the time, like, right? I'm like, I know y'all don't like short dudes and shit like that. I get it. I'm glad I'm glad I'm 5'11". I ain't have to be considered just short.
These kids are taller than me, so.
That's what I be thinking, right? I be thinking like women, like, it's like, I feel like, damn, as long as he's taller than you, it should be fine, right? Like, what if this is your perfect person, right? But he ain't tall enough. I see so many girls say, oh, I can't do it then because he 5'8" or something, 5'9". But you 5'4", so why does it matter? Like, why does that matter then, though? You know what I'm saying? Like, I never understood that. Do you have an answer to why some women are like that? Like, is a height, is it like a protector thing or some shit? Like, what is that? Like,
I don't know. Honestly, I've always wondered about that, and I just be like, what? No, he like just taller than you. So what the fuck does it matter? What the fuck does it matter what he specifically looks like? Okay, everybody has a type. Yes, the aesthetic. Okay, because he looks good, but what else is there besides his aesthetic?
Yeah.
You know, if does he pray for you? Does he comfort you? You know, is he there? Is he supportive in your time of need? Does he take the chance to nourish your soul? Does he take the time to broaden your horizon? So instead of you being just stuck in this one place, does he open you up to different things? And I think that's the problem. That's the problem with a lot of us. Because we all get caught up in, oh, he look cute or whatever, like he's sexy. He don't know. But what else is there? What else is there? For me, I've always said I wanted something of substance. Like Lupe Fiasco said, I was in the mood for something real.
Yeah.
and that's because it's like you just souls attract. Right? Mm-hmm. Souls just attract. You don't have to do much. Mm-hmm. You know, I just feel like by me, you know, working on myself, and I still got some ways to go because you know it is difficult because like new things be popping up and you be like,
absolutely.
Damn, I thought I was healed. Damn it, I
wasn't. Right, though. You're right.
I got back to the drawing board. God damn.
Back to the drawing board. God damn.
So it's like, what else can that individual do what else can that individual do, you know? So let me just say this. I've never been picky, but I will give you a fair chance. But because I am a mama and mofos is crazy out here, unfortunately, you really gotta be on guard.
No, that's a fact. No, that's absolutely.
You gotta be on guard.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times, like I said, nobody really ever, I would say in my past relationship, no one has ever desired me in a meaningful way. Like, you could be attracted to me because you like my aesthetic because you find me sexually pleasing, right? But do you like me because you see how I take care of my kids? Do you see how I will show up for you at your
See
time?
what I'm saying?
Do
That's
you
what I
see like
was
the little
saying.
things that
Mm-hmm.
I do for you? And if so, then what's the problem?
Yeah, you got a point there. That's what I was saying with with a real man. Like I said, we just need to see that you're a nurturer. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we looking for. And then, a lot of women take that like, oh, these niggas be looking for their mamas out here. No, I'm not looking for my mom out here. I'm really not. I just need to know that you have nurturing skills like a mother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody cared for you when you were a kid and you didn't know what the fuck was going on. Can you do that same thing for yourself or for another? You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's what the fuck we be talking about. I don't need you to be my mother. I have one that you can't compete with. Like, so
But both parties, I've seen this on a podcast. I don't remember his name, but a gentleman once said that both parties have to both be emotionally intelligent.
yes, I agree.
That and that's an aspect. I'm working on that. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie. Like for me, like if you're going through something, instead of you just being like, okay, well, I'm just gonna shut down. I'm not gonna force it. No, talk to me.
Talk
Let me
to
see how I
me.
can come.
Yes.
Let me see what
Yes.
I can come up with.
Yes.
And don't give me the I don't want anybody to know my problems. Da 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 da. It's not about everybody. I'm not everybody.
My God,
Well,
you talking?
supposed to be you. I'm
Yes.
supposed to be you, right? So why not? Let me help you, help you, and then eventually it's gonna come a time where I'm what I say might actually work out. Shit, and there may be a time where I might need you. You know what I'm saying? So why can't we? You know, why can't we? Why can't we make this work? Shit, damn.
I get you. I get it. Look, you you saying some real profound stuff, and I shit. I can agree with a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just think overall that you say you ain't looking for nobody though, right? That's good.
Well, I'm not
But
saying
I think
no.
that well, you said that if it come across,
Yes,
you're
I
gonna be
come
open.
across.
You're gonna be open to it. That's right. That's right. So what I was about to say don't even matter because you didn't even say what I put in my head. What you said, you said what you said.
Right. Like, well, you
Goddamn.
gotta remember this. Number one, I'm also a mom.
Right.
So being as though that I am a mom of multiples, my thought process is mostly on my kids. It's not
No,
about,
absolutely, though. And that's right too. And I don't think that men think about that enough, though. Like, I think we just think like, "Oh, you're a mom," so yeah. But like, there is a different thought process that go into the decisions and stuff like that, But not every decision that they make that single moms make is good. But I don't think every decision that any parent make is always 100. But like for the most part, though, we do because I got mines too we be thinking about our kids. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really at the forefront. That's right here. So I can't get past that if I'm taking care of my kids every day. That's gonna be at the forefront of my brain. Like, so you got to know how to like shoot. Being a single father, I feel single moms when they say like I'm a package deal. Like you can't. It's me. It's all of us. You can't. I feel that shit. I understand that, and I respect that though because you can't just love on the girl and not the kids too. If you're gonna be around though, you know what I'm saying. And a woman shouldn't even want you to be around if you only gonna love on her and not the kids. I will say though, when I used to be on my thought shit though, I ran into a lot of women like that. I ran into a lot of women like that where I could come around, not really pay attention to the kids or I don't really care, but I'm here for you. And like they will be okay with that. But like, as I got older, like, yo, that's not cool. That ain't cool because I really ain't like I used to really be thinking like I'm cool with kids and stuff, but like if I'm here just to be fucking around with you, I don't give no fuck about these kids right here, right now. They ever ask me questions and all this. I don't even care. That's who y'all be letting in y'all houses. You know what I'm saying? The ones who don't. this is what y'all need to think about. So what she's saying, y'all need to think about stuff like that because y'all be letting niggas like that in y'all crib who don't even give a fuck about the kids, only want a piece of that ass. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to do better on that tip though. But this was a good convo though, man. Good convo, man. I appreciate you coming on. Second interview. My Joy in the, I almost called you other name, Joy. Joy in the building. I appreciate you, man. You got any last words you want to say before you get out of here?
No, I think I said it all.
Yeah. Hey, you never know, man. Somebody might hit you up. Somebody might hit you up. They might be in the message like, "Hey, bro, I need to. Who is that?" You know what I'm saying? Hey, you never know what goes down around here. You know. But thank you, though. I appreciate you for coming on, man. I don't even know the next time I'm gonna be on TikTok Live. It'll probably be tomorrow though. I might go on tomorrow or something though, but I make sure I send out a message. Yeah, this is one of my TikTok Live supporters, man. I got some real ones, man. You know what I'm saying? I got some real ones coming up here. So if y'all was looking for an argument and shit like that, I'm not arguing with my real supporters, man. We come up here to have regular convos. That's just what we doing, you know what I'm saying? Unfiltered perspectives on this stuff. I'm your boy Jay. This Joy, and we up out of here, all right? Joy, I see you, all right? There you have it, man. Another interview out the, you know what I'm saying? Hey, another one. I appreciate y'all for, you know what I'm saying, coming in and listening and all that. If y'all want to come up here and y'all want to debate or y'all want to talk about whatever, we can talk about it, man. But I got more interviews and content on the way for y'all, man. Make sure you stay safe, stay easy, stay protected. Get them folk out your circle that ain't supposed to be there. Easier said than done, but it's definitely doable. So do it. I'm out.